like, with my teammates, to introduce a little new tradition that we've been working on with the Jackals over there. So please, everybody, arms up in the air, spread your arms.
That big-time dub is the latest chapter in Victor Wembanyama's early ascension, which has been a joy to watch. And yet, even with his undeniable upward trajectory, there have been health hiccups along the way. His physical stature always lent itself to questions surrounding how viable a long, illustrious career may be. But the rising superstar seems to have all the cheat codes to making it happen, whether it be a stay at the Shaolin Temple or his steadfast dedication to mobility and flexibility. Our Malika Andrews found out that Wemby is determined to fulfill the already incredibly lofty expectations for him.
Lob over the top, Wemby, oh my goodness! Blocked by Wembanyama. Victor for three. Grabs it himself and flushes it. Highlight reel for Wembanyama.
Vic, Joyeux Noël.
Joyeux Noël.
Merry Christmas. I've been working on it. Joyeux Noël. What were the Christmas traditions in the Wembanyama household when you were growing up?
This is the first year in my life where my whole family is not going to be together for Christmas, unfortunately. So that was the first thing, always, all of us, at least the five of us, my siblings and my parents, grandparents on either side, and cousins. So it was never so much about the presents or the traditions even, but just getting together and enjoying.
Here comes Wemby for three. Good, straight away. He's north of 40 on his Xmas debut.
You're playing the team on Christmas Day that is at the top of the league, the reigning champs in the Oklahoma City Thunder. Do you view that as a game that you can learn about yourself and your team?
Of course. Learn about ourselves, but as you said, they're top of the league, so learn about what it takes to be in their spot, because it's a spot we want to be at this season already, but in the next years.
You've had a heck of a summer. The last 9 to 10 months, you've been playing absolutely incredible basketball. And then all of a sudden, you're diagnosed with a blood clot. What was that moment like for you?
That moment, like, it was, I remember clearly, I mean, it's going to be 1 year soon since I learned. So it was 5 minutes of total breakdown, probably, you know, obviously crying and sadness and feeling the fragility of life and health.
But you don't just think about playing, you think about how that's going to impact your entire life. When you understand the blood clot and the proximity, how did you understand that as impacting your life in that moment?
So I was thinking about this as, like, as you said, I wasn't thinking about basketball. Basketball wasn't my priority all of a sudden. And at a time like this where you have to take measures quickly, you unfortunately have to make choices. There's this worry of maybe not doing the right thing, you know?
Were you ever worried that you would not be able to play again in those 5 minutes?
Yes, but it wasn't justified. I needed time to, you know, to find myself again and then to get better. And it was just the whole motor all summer, and I think it's going to be for the rest of my career. It's the best example that life is short, career is short. It can end just like this. So there's no time to waste.
Yeah. Have you learned things watching the team while you've been sidelined?
Oh, yeah. I've noticed patterns and habits of my team that I didn't notice before. And one of my favorite things I see is everybody's able to step up their game. The energy was different, everybody could feel it. And it's so much easier to envision the goals as well when it's actually starting to happen, you know.
I feel like you're getting excited. I might be wrong, but like,
oh, no,
it feels
right.
like when you're talking about this, more so than the past years, because you hate losing.
I am excited, as you can see. I am excited, and nothing makes me happier than winning. So, and the opposite, few things make me sadder than losing.
When you think about success, Vic, in the next 5 to 10 years, what does a successful Victor Wembanyama career look like?
Oh, 5 to 10 years, that's got to be filled with championships. We want to solidify ourselves as a top 3, top 4 team in the West, you know. I have no playoff experience, but I'm a competitor, and I know I step up in big games.
Victor Wembanyama nearly outscores the Bulls by himself in the fourth quarter.
Who is the best player in the NBA right now?
I think Jokic is the best offensive player. I don't think he's the best player. It's hard to say. I think it was between Giannis and Shea. When I will come back on the court, I think it'll be me.
And it's a Solo Scales edition as we wish you a Merry Christmas Eve, depending on which coast you're on. We have the best of the West going toe-to-toe in the NBA, plus Dylan Brooks showing once again that he's here for more smoke than your problematic uncle at the family function. Sports Center, let's have a day.
You dress up as Santa, or if she goes somewhere to get her picture?
The real Santa, Jenna. Yeah, come on. What do you mean? Why would I dress up as Santa when there's a real Santa Claus?
To the NBA, where the San Antonio Spurs were playing host to the West's best Oklahoma City Thunder, second night of a back-to-back for SGA and them. Victor Wembanyama coming off the bench, still working his way back to full strength. And in the second quarter, SGA attacking the paint, gets the layup to fall. We're tied at 47, late second. SGA gets to his spot, short corner, cash. 16 points through two frames is what SGA had. Thunder led by 2 at halftime. Third quarter now. OKC up, still by 2. SGA to the paint. Scoop layup just by Wemby. Goes. Mind you, Wemby had a streak of 101 games with a block. Wouldn't find a way to get one in this one, but a few possessions later, Stephen Castle drills that triple to give the Spurs a 1-point lead, and then just over 3 minutes left in the third. Spurs up 3 and running. Dylan Harper gets it, still takes it all the way to the finish. So it's a 5-point margin. 7 seconds left. OKC down 8. SGA, drive, kick. Lou Dort on the left wing. Cash. Now a 5-point game going into the fourth quarter. But early in the fourth, Spurs have opened up the lead to 9, and Wemby is going to open it up a little more. That 3 is money. OKC calls timeout as they're down double digits in the fourth quarter for the first time this season. But it wouldn't get any better. Wemby finding Keldon Johnson in the paint for the finish. Thunder call another timeout after they're down 15. And then under 4 minutes left, Johnson from the wing. Fire was Johnson off the bench, dropping 25. Spurs win big. Wemby has some thoughts on the San Antonio performance.
I think it would have been a great game to watch. I'll watch it again and make sure. But yeah, it looked like we were really locked in, and like we're really different from most to any team in the league, especially on the defensive side.
They force you to play really good basketball if you want to beat them. And if you want to win championships, that's what teams late in the season force you to do. You have to string good possessions together, good quarters together, good games together, and good series together. And they have that makeup. They make you do so. So it'll only make us better for when the games really, really matter.
All right, Big Perk joining us here on Sports Center. Christmas came early in that game between the two best teams in the West. Perk feels like Wemby and them wanted to make a statement with that win. What kind of message should we as an audience receive from that performance?
You know, about a week ago, I said on NBA Today that the Spurs are legit title contenders, and everybody called me a child, everything but a child of God. And I know it's early in the season, but you could see what you could see. And I get it that we know about Victor Wembanyama, and we know that he has no ceiling when it comes to his limitations on the basketball floor. But for me, it's the perimeter play. It's Stephon Castle, it's Harrison Barnes, it's Keldon Johnson. The size, the athleticism, the ability to be able to create and beat guys off the dribble. Is no other team in the NBA that could do that to the champs except for the San Antonio Spurs when I talk about the perimeter play and having the big guards and wings. And De'Aaron Fox wasn't even on tonight. And so when you look at the Spurs and you look how committed they are on both ends of the floor, they the only team in the league that has the size and athleticism top to bottom to be able to match the champs, and that's why they didn't have success in this short season against them.
They truly do put that pressure on them without question on both ends of the floor. They'll run that one back on Christmas Day at 2:30 Eastern on ABC and ESPN.
I don't really like the smiling and the giggling and all that. I'm a competitor, man.
And some words exchanged with Brooks.
I poke bears. I don't respect no one.
I've had this throughout my career.
with, you know, certain individuals.
Brooks and James going chest to chest.
He likes people that, you know, to bow down. I don't bow down, so.
Now the leak out, and Brooks is all alone. Dylan, the villain, living up to his name on the road.
He's a social media junkie. He be seeing, I guess, what I'm saying, gets in his moods or in his modes or whatever it is, and I'm all for that.
So let's get into the mess, shall we? Lakers Suns in Phoenix. Another chapter being added to the Dillon Brooks and LeBron James saga. Oh, goodness. Early first quarter, let's pick it right up. LeBron backing down Brooks. Spin, fade away, cash off the glass. Lakers up 5 there. Less than 10 seconds later, though, Brooks trying to get one back on LeBron. Eventually, after working on him, blows right by him, lays it in for 2. So they're going to get to it early here. Next Lakers possession after Brooks fouls LeBron. LeBron shooting the first of 2 free throws. Brooks gets a little lane violation, walking directly in front of Bron. So I don't know if that was quite worth it. Regardless, the Lakers would trail by 3 at the end of the first. Middle of the second now, Lakers down 7. Bron behind the back to Jake LaRavia, who passes to Marcus Smart out on the wing. Bron still got eyes in the back of his head on that one. Lakers down by 4. A couple minutes later, Devin Booker finding Brooks in the left corner. That's money. Brooks 13 points in the first half. Phoenix led by 10 at the break. Third quarter. Suns up 22. Royce O'Neal drive kick to Brooks. 3 is good. It's a 92-67 game at that point. A few seconds later, LeBron pulls up from 3 and cashes it. Had a team high 23. Far from enough, though, because Brooks was out here working, dog. Up and under, and skipped to Malou on the baseline afterwards. And then from the free throw line, all over Austin Reeves. Brooks game high 25, 12 coming in the third. Bron didn't feel like they brought the necessary gusto in this one.
Well, every team is constructed differently, obviously. You know, personnel kind of dictates how you can play, how you would like to play, how you would like to execute. I think we've had some good times, we've had some bad times throughout the season where we've matched the energy of a lot of teams that play like this, and sometimes we haven't. And it's resulted in either a win or a loss. And quite frankly, sometimes you also play extremely hard like that, and you still don't get it done. Like the other night versus the Clippers, I mean, we not saying that they're, you know, on the same, you know, they play the same way as the Suns, but we went out and played as hard as we could, and we still just came up short. So you just try to take, you know, you take the bad, you know, you look at some of the good from each and every game and see how you can get better from it.
All right, so we know Perk was very much so looking forward to this one. Had early fireworks between Bron and Dillon DeVillin, but the fireworks were the final score, 20-plus point dub for the Suns. What did this game tell you about both teams?
Well, to start off with the Lakers, it tells me that the Lakers can't guard senior citizens at recess. That's a problem in itself. And they got exposed tonight, and they've been getting exposed all season long for their perimeter defense. Tonight, the Phoenix Suns shot 59% from the field and 41% from the 3. And the word is out about the Los Angeles Lakers that they can't guard, they look old. And on the other side, you're looking at the Phoenix Suns. To me, they have been the biggest surprise in the NBA for the simple fact that no one thought that this team was going to be any good this season. I know I didn't, and now they're sitting at number 7 in the Western Conference, in a tough Western Conference, and it's mainly because, yes, you have Devin Booker, but you have Dillon Brooks, a guy that when he goes to organizations, winning follows him. And tonight he showed that. He's not backing down from anybody. The leadership is there. He's had 25 points tonight, averaging a career high this season at 21 points. The Phoenix Suns has really put the world on notice, including myself, has been the biggest surprise this short season.
Dillon Brooks done came a long way from the Memphis days where everybody was frustrated as all outdoors with him calling himself a villain and then running from the cameras. Neither here nor there. Perk, appreciate you, dog.